Hello guys, welcome back to another movie review. Today we are reviewing John Wick Chapter 4. Yes guys, we are here, John Wick Chapter 4. If you have missed John Wick Chapter 1, 2 and 3, I have been back and I've reviewed all of those in readiness for this video. Of course, the next video is going to be the ranking video. I rank from worst to best, my opinion on the John Wick movies. This one though is the new movie, directed again by Jad Stelowski. This is the longest movie out of all of them, 2 hours and 49 minutes, and that is where I'm going to start, because these films for me, I'm going to say it, they're overrated. They are so overrated, but they're so well done. That's the annoying thing about it. The story I find in these films is very weak. Very, very weak. But the look and the effects and the stunts and the casting and the costumes and the sets, they are so well done that it's annoying that the story kind of doesn't matter, because you go there for the wow-ness. And that is why I'm going to just do the review like this today. In terms of the score, is going to be 4-star. I have to give it a good score because it's still a well-made movie. A very, very well-made movie. However boring and dull the plot may seem. The first movie I thought was great, and now the end movie, the fourth one, there is going to be a number 5, I believe, as well. I see on Letterboxd, but you know how this one, like, is kind of like, you know, the fourth one, how it's ended so far, I guess. I don't, you know, it started off good, but this one was all martial arts and crap. And then he started like, yeah, he burnt his arm, and it was all about like this ritual thing about this family. Started going down the route of make-believe. I think that's where, for me, this franchise has lost it for me, because it was, at the beginning, it was all about this assassin, it was about like he had guns underground, and blah, 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 but now every movie has kind of pushed the limits for me, and this one has pushed it way too far. Like I said, this whole, you know, spiritual thing. 1 minute he's riding a horse in the desert, the next minute he's all of a sudden in Paris. We don't see any travel, like he's literally like just like zapping across all around the world, it feels like, and like all of a sudden they're there. I guess, you know, for the speed of the movie, yeah, it makes sense, but there's just all this going on. You know, Lance Reddick is in the movie as well. He was really good in it. You know, Keanu Reeves, obviously. The cast was really good in the film, but it's just the plot is just so chaotic, I find, and really hard to follow. Add then into the fact that this is 2 hours and 49 minutes. It's basically 2 hours of action and 49 minutes of dialogue. Now for me, I don't really like this action, and the action for me is exactly the same as how it's been in all the other films. It feels very forced, it feels very like choreographed, but it's done very, very well. It's hard to explain. For me, I'm watching and I'm like, this is so dull, but then I'm like, it's so good. You know, it's weird. I'm giving it a 4-star though, because I have to, because like I think it's very good filmmaking, very good sound mixing, very good effects, as I've said. But it's just frustrating that the story for me in John Wick is very overrated. Like, don't get me wrong, the performances are great. Lawrence Fishburne in this film, I thought he was really good in this. We get the whole Continental thing back as well. The dogs were really cool in this. There was this one guy in this film who was like really, really good, and he had this dog, and it was just like, yeah, it was so good. We had this like tag team, it felt like. There was a good scene with a motorbike and like France in like on the roundabout. There were some good scenes in this film, similar to the third one, you know, where there was some good like chase scenes, and most of them do involve like, you know, chase scenes in terms of on the roads and stuff. Some good deaths as well, of course. There's going to be good deaths. There was a really good like top-down shot in like this like building site, or this like house or apartment block thing, and you'd see like going from room to room, and he would just like shoot them, and it was like a gun that had like sparks. It was mental. But how they filmed that was great, and obviously it was done in like one take, but I think I saw that they kind of clipped it so that it wasn't really one take, but it was edited in such a fantastic way. But again, the plot for me is dull, and I find the plot in these films really boring. You know, I haven't got no emotion of John Wick struggling about his wife. You know, that was what the first one started, and the fourth one, it doesn't tie back to it. There's no emotion there for me. There's no emotion. I couldn't care. And that comes down to, in my opinion, bad plot, bad writing, bad plot. But then it's a fantastic action movie. It's really one of those films. You know, it's one of those things you should go and check out. 2 hours and 49 minutes though is no easy. It is no easy watch. But it is an easy watch at the same time. It's a really difficult review to do, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, John Wick 4. Go and see it if you want to see it. Don't bother if you don't. It's one of those films. It'll all figure itself out in the end. But there's my review. 4-star for John Wick Chapter 4. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you seen John Wick Chapter 4? Let me know, of course. And thanks for watching today's video. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.